you're uncertain about who you want to be, not sure of where you want to go, your ideas of happiness are debatable, the life you seek remains pending, written somewhere in the stars, you're in doubt about the attainability of your goals, in short, you don't know shit. But I'm not here to tell you how and when to figure it all out. I'm here to say, it's alright. In fact, it's exactly where you need to be. You need structure, you need a plan, are things we got to hear more and more often as we grew up. And it's bullshit. Sure, you shouldn't just float around, consumed by distractions like social media, parties or drugs. But given the fact that you're watching these kinds of videos, clearly tells me that you're onto something. Now I use something because I don't know what you're onto, although I don't. But I use it because you probably don't know either. Odds are, you have a vague idea of what you want to be. Successful, influential, rich, and finally, happy. And you might also have a vague idea of how to achieve those dreams. Start a business, create a following, somehow blow up on social media, and so on. But every time when you work towards making these ideas the reality, you're constantly faced with the question of how. You cannot answer that question, because you might have noticed that every time you answer one how, the next one appears. How to get followers, make good videos. How to make good videos, learn to be a good editor. How to be a good editor, use software X and find the right videos to teach you. How to find the right videos, and so on and so forth. An endless chain of hows. Let me give you a broader example. Something everybody wants. How to be happy. The most common answer would be, find your passion. How to find my passion? It all only leads to one answer. Just try. Explore, learn, act, fail, get up, keep trying. So you've been lied to. There is no blueprint to happiness, no planning your life. Sure, there's the conventional way of school, uni, job, family. But that's no guarantee to happiness, is it? And such guarantee could never possibly exist because nothing applies to everybody. We all have different ideas of happiness, different things or people that make us happy. So how could somebody know what will make us happy? In fact, let me rephrase that. How dare anybody tell us to go a certain way, promising us happiness, when they don't have the foggiest, faintest clue of what truly fulfills us? They don't know, we don't know, nobody knows. Certainty is a lie. What now? I can't begin to tell you how wrong it is to only think about the summit, to only enjoy the thought of the final destination, and never the way to get there. The fact that the road leading to the summit is unclear and foggy is what makes it worth taking in the first place. And if the road is unclear, then the summit is too, meaning you don't even know what's at the top. Well, probably happiness, right? But in what form? Money, family, fame, all of the above? God knows. Now, on first glance, that sounds like a pretty confusing way to look at life, because that might have just taken the last bit of certainty that you did have. However, I believe that this is the only correct way to look at life, because the truth is, you don't know, and you won't know for certain what the future will look like. And that's absolutely awesome. If you knew everything, life wouldn't be worth living. There'd be no courage, no growth, no becoming. What makes life truly exciting is this uncertainty. Embrace it. Embrace not knowing. One day you'll look back at this phase of confusion and realize it was the most important part. Choosing this foggy path of discomfort and hardship over the seemingly easier path of security and certainty will have been the best decision you ever made.